are live.
Live in the flesh.
Unmute yourself. Tell us where you're calling from.
Well, we know look like we got Benicia on here from Oakland. We got Sean. Sean's from Canada, right?
Maybe they're muted.
Yep, in Canada.
Yeah, we got Sean on here from Canada. We got Benicia from Oakland. Where you from, Raymond? Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Can you hear us, buddy?
It's all right. I hope everyone got the right Zoom link here. I just got a message. We are live, so without further ado, let's just get the party started, guys.
All right, let's do it. So, welcome everybody to the Thursday night webinar. Great to have everybody here. As you guys know, our team is the AI Global Legends, and you know we have people from all over the world that are on board with us. Like as you can see, we have Sean. He's from Canada. We have a very big team in Canada. We have a very big team in Australia, UK, and also Malaysia, where we will be hosting our event on October 5th of next month. So we're getting prepared for that event in Malaysia. We're getting ready to go on a really big run, and we're trying to help all the people who are serious about, you know, making some life-changing income to get there with this platform, okay? So I want to introduce you to my mentor, Jamil, who has basically helped me to create some life-changing income for me and my family. And he's the person who actually brought me into the network marketing space. He's a 7-figure earner. He's a master consultant, and he's somebody who you definitely want to pay attention to. So with no further ado, I'm going to pass the mic to Jamil and let him get into the meat and potatoes of this presentation.
Thank you. I really appreciate you. Man, this is an exciting opportunity that we have our hands on. Just a little bit about me. Very briefly, I come from the insurance and financial industry for the last 20 years, and I've made several figures in that industry. And I got into the crypto space about 4 years ago, when not too many people was knowing about crypto. They didn't know nothing about how to mine Bitcoin or how to even send it and withdraw it. So I got into it, and I've seen that a lot of my clients that was basically suffering from paying their insurance payments and, you know, struggling to meet their financial needs, needed something that they could invest in as an instrument and start growing wealth. So I started digging into it about 4 years ago, and now, you know, I just advanced, and now we're sitting here with an opportunity that you guys could sink your teeth into, start becoming your own bank and watch your assets grow in value. So what we have here with Cloud Token, I'm gonna play a quick little video here that kind of go over all the details of Cloud and how you can benefit from it, how it started, who's behind it. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this short video, and then after this video, we're gonna open up the lines for any questions or suggestions or how to get started. We want to basically walk you through getting started. If you already started, you know, while we're playing this video, send this link out to as many people as you can so they can hop on and maybe we can help them get started tonight, okay? So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and press play. You guys go ahead and mute yourselves so we can reduce the background noise, and then we're gonna have this short presentation start. All right, go ahead and mute yourselves now.
So as I said before, this will be a short presentation, but we're going to give you a 30,000-foot view on the project, and then we're going to dig a little bit deeper. We're going to talk a little bit about something that may be new to you, this concept of fourth generation blockchain, exactly what that is, and how you'll have an opportunity to position yourself in front of that as something that we feel very strongly the world is going to be using very, very soon, and how to put yourself in a position to profit from it. We want to make sure we cover the origin of the project. We'll do that very quickly. I want to talk a bit about the AI trading. If you're unfamiliar with the term AI, very simply, it's an abbreviation for artificial intelligence. So learning computers in trading is becoming very popular these days. Even big dogs on Wall Street and companies that you would be very familiar with are heavily leaning on AI for some of their trading results. Of course, there's professionals behind the AI, but AIs are doing a better and better job of trading every single year that passes. We're going to talk about how to accumulate CTO. Well, first of all, what exactly is CTO, why you would want it, and then how to accumulate it. And then we're going to talk about some future tech. And I think this is probably what has me most excited about this project, and perhaps is going to be attracting the majority of people in the coming months. But let's talk a little bit about who we are. First of all, the Chief Technical Officer for Cloud Token is a gentleman by the name of Ronald Lai. Now, Ronald has been recognized for his work when it comes to fourth-gen blockchain and specifically mobile-based payment solutions. In fact, he was recognized at the World Blockchain Forum in Shenzhen, China just last year. This is about 6 months ago, that he was winning Innovator of the Year award. You can see a logo behind him for BitBeta Systems. And this is one of the companies that he helped found and was the Chief Technical Officer for. Now, BitBeta Systems is a Singapore-based company. It's registered in Singapore. And one of the things that they do is they focus on this fourth-gen tech that we've been talking about and really bringing what I would consider sort of the holy grail of blockchain cryptocurrency development. If you were asking me what that would be, it would be something that I think a technology that affects the most amount of people in the most positive way. The idea to not only send money anywhere you want to, from cell phone to cell phone, but also be able to use your cryptocurrencies to pay for anything, anywhere. We all know that is certainly where the future is going. How we get there, of course, is yet to be determined. But BitBeta Systems and Cloud Token, they have a very clear vision of what they see rolling out. We'll talk a little bit about how they're rolling this out and how you can benefit from what they're rolling out. So first of all, let's focus on their ecosystem timeline. This is for essentially the balance of this year. 2019 really started with the launch of the program, which was mid-May. May 12th was the official grand opening, and that was the launch of their V-App, their first AI. It was also the launch of this is a mobile phone-based wallet, so no laptops, no desktops. And it was also the release of their proof of concept document. This is really quite an interesting document, and while it's very technical, I would strongly encourage all of you to at least have a look through it. You can go to cloudtokenwallet.com, click on PowerPoint, and then start cruising through that document just to get a sense of where their head is at and where the ambitions lie. Also, you'll see this timeline inside that document. So June, July, and August is when we're going to see multiple AIs released. We're going to see upgrades. We're also going to see a little flexibility with risk reward profiles in those AIs, usability, so people can have a few custom settings as they benefit from auto crypto trading during the course of the year and then in years to come. And then September, we're going to start to see a bit of a transition into the new tech. First of all, a Cloud Token news channel, large international events where blockchain is going to be discussed, crypto wallets, security, and then ultimately this ecosystem as it begins to roll out. And then where I'm most excited, of course, is when we start seeing things like debit card-based solutions, which of course already exists. Really, any solution that's going to be adopted globally, obviously, is going to be one that has to blend the old tech with the new. When I say old, of course, we're talking about conventional banking. When we're sending money from bank to bank, we're using old Swift code technology that was developed in the 1960s. And then as an extension from there, of course, we have ATM, a huge network of ATM machines all around the world. So any new tech would also have to factor that old technology in mind. In other words, something like this, for example, crypto to fiat solutions so that you can convert crypto into paper money onto a debit card and then ultimately use that wherever you want to use it. Any technology that's sort of isolated on an island to itself really is going to have a tough time getting global adoption, and therefore the value of that technology probably will suffer. We're also going to see the rollout of global e-commerce partners. Now, this is a big deal. If you could imagine name brand partners, and I'm not going to drop any names here, but they would definitely be very large international retailers that many of you are already very aware of. So this idea of taking these CTO or cloud tokens and being able to spend them in any number of ways is key. And then lastly, towards the end of the year is where we really start to bring this really grassroots right to your own neighborhood. And that's sort of brick and mortar shops. The businesses that we use sort of for our everyday quality of life, or stores, favorite retailers, etc. So one of the things that Cloud Token is already in conversation with is the largest POS, that's point of sale machine manufacturer in the world, and the ability for you to actually bring this infrastructure to some of your favorite local businesses. First of all, the first half of this year really is for breaking this timeline down into two sections. We're really breaking it down into earning CTO in the beginning. And then obviously, if you look at some of this tech, we're talking about spending it in the second half of the year. So let's first of all focus for just a couple of minutes on earning CTO. Remember, we talked about, I said I would tell you what CTO is. CTO is the name of a token, the name of the cloud token. Now, it's important to understand this is a utility token. This is not an ICO, and it's not a security token. This is not something that you can buy. This is something that you earn as a reward. So this is key. How do we earn it? Well, very simply, you can see from the smartphones on the screen that there is a fully automated AI, remember, artificial intelligence trading tool. So you'll see under Jarvis, though, you have the ability to load Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and a number of others. And once you do that, the AI takes your cryptocurrencies and it puts them to work for you. So let's talk about exactly how that's done. That cryptocurrency is deposited. Remember, this is entirely smartphone based. So you actually have your own wallet in this phone. You can send whichever of these most popular cryptocurrencies you like to the wallet. And once they're in the wallet, they've landed, you can simply move them into the AI. As the AI trades, it's going to earn for you. It's going to earn between 6 and 12% monthly. Why not an exact amount? Trading is not an exact science. And so therefore your earnings are going to fluctuate based on trading results. It is also important that you understand there is no contract you're going to sign here. So you can withdraw and remove your cryptocurrency anytime you want to. Very important. So let's break this down for you. Here's an example of $1,000 in cryptocurrency being held in the AI and being traded on your behalf. So let's say for some round numbers sake, 10% would be $100 a month on $1,000 being traded. Now, this is actually going to pay you daily. So $3.33 is how $100 would be broken down generally over the course of a month. But you're going to be paid in cloud tokens, in CTO. Now, right now, those cloud tokens are worth 40 cents. So $3.33 worth of cloud tokens would be probably around 6, 7 of those a day. That is how you're going to accumulate it. Now, let's talk about the benefits of the platform itself. First of all, there is no packages for you to buy or pre-buy. There's no membership fees that you're going to get stung with. There's no monthly auto ship. There's no contracts, as we just discussed. You absolutely can benefit passively because this is a trading AI. And also your gains, your monthly gains, which actually come daily, you receive in the form of cloud tokens, which is a utility token. And that is actually going to be what drives this entire ecosystem as it gets rolled out in the second half of this year. So now, remember in the table of contents in the beginning, we talked about how you could accelerate your earning of CTO. Well, there's a very simple way to do that. And that is to help them expand their growing database as quickly as possible. It's expanding very quickly right now. At the time of this recording, which is mid-June, so basically a month after launch, there is 300,000 downloads of this application, and these are paid accounts. So I'm not talking about free downloads, because you can download this application absolutely free from going to their site, cloudtokenwallet.com. These are paid accounts, 300,000 a month after starting. So needless to say, this concept is resonating with people all around the world. But what's really powerful is as that database continues to grow, and they're heavily rewarding individuals who play a role in growing that database, it brings much more authority. It brings the demand of much more attention when Cloud Token starts talking to large global service providers, retailers, travel portals, etc., different places for you to actually use your CTO and for it to become an effective system. All right, so let's talk about how you accelerate the acquisition of CTO. Very simply, if you use the example of a $100 on $1,000 as a 10% monthly gain, you have the opportunity to get a 100% match of the earning result of anyone you share this with. That's incredibly powerful. So you share this with 5 people, you're getting a 100% match. Whatever they earn in trading, you're also receiving. And then on level 2, that would be anyone that your friends share this with, you would still get a 50% match. And then there's an opportunity many levels down for you to get a 5% match of their trading gains. I'm going to show you in a much more clear and a quick way of how you could monetize this and how it would benefit you almost immediately. So this is a 5x5 example. Now, what that very simply is it would be you sharing this application with 5 friends and then helping them do the same. That's it. So in other words, we're only going to focus on levels 1 and 2. Just because the reward to you is so high, we don't even need to dig any deeper than that. So imagine if you share this with one friend and they put $1,000 worth of cryptocurrency, US dollars, to work, and they were earning on average, let's say 10%, that's $100. You get a match of that $100. If you shared it with a second friend and they were earning 100, you would also get a match. And right across the board, for the 5 friends they would each earn $100 and you would get a 100% match of their earning. Now on level 2, remember that's a 50% level. So this is 5 friends sharing with 5 friends. So in this case, 5 times, now notice it's $50 and not $100. Why? It's still $1,000 and $100 earned, but that's a 50% level. So you're receiving 5 times $50 right across the board. So what does this mean for you? 5 people times $100, that's $500 to you, and 25 people times $50, that's over $1,700 per month. And this is something that the average person, because you can give this application away absolutely free, and then they simply send them a 20 or 25-minute recording to explain it, it really is quite a simple concept and easy to share. But it actually has much more muscle when you consider that you're not paid $1,750 US. You're actually paid the equivalent in CTO. So in this case, at a 40-cent CTO price, you're getting more than 1,000 CTO every single month. So over the course of your first year, it stands to reason, entirely plausible, that you could accumulate 50,000, 4,000 a month, 12 months in a year. What could that do? Let's say if the price was based on $3. If we simply saw a movement to $3 on the price, now keep in mind, this launched 30 days ago at 30 cents, and we currently have a CTO price 1 month later of about 42 cents. So we don't know where it's going to go. We don't think it's going to go ridiculously high, but I think $3 is very much within the realm of possibility. That would be $100,000 a year for you. But what happens if that price goes to $6? It would be a $300,000 per year for you. Excited? Sure. But more than that, because we know this concept, and you're going to see the technology in just a moment, because we know this concept absolutely has legs and is proving to be extremely popular, what happens over a course of a number of years if you accumulated a couple 100,000 CTO? And what happens over those couple or a few years if that price climbed to $10, for example? Well, now we have truly life-changing opportunity that's presented itself. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's talk a little bit about what has me very excited, which is this idea of CTO. Technology that's being released now. First and most important thing for you to remember that photograph of Ronald I at the World Blockchain Forum 6 months ago. He was winning an award for technology. So what's important for you to understand is we're talking about technology that has already been developed. This is not a platform or a program where they're saying, coming soon, we're going to do amazing things, we're going to change the world. No, it has already been years in development. Hours and hours of people work being put into the development of this tech. I want to show you the first thing you want to understand, because we talked about a debit card solution on that timeline. Now, if you notice, that was a cloud token debit card that was just dropped into a Citibank ATM. Now, this is in Singapore because the current head office for Cloud Token is in Singapore, but it's being moved to a larger location. I don't think they're expecting the growth they're seeing, and so they need much more space for the development teams. But at the time this video was shot, this was a Singapore-based Citibank ATM you can see on the screen. So what's happening here very simply, this would have been a case in their crypto to fiat. This is converting cloud tokens to paper money. Remember, ATM network is old tech. They're not going to know what a CTO is. They're certainly not going to be able to convert them for you. So those conversions are actually happening in your phone app. And then from there, you simply can go and withdraw paper money. But what I think is really interesting is this, and you'll see her pull that card out in just a moment, and you'll see under the logo of that cloud card, there's a little security chip. You know, over the last several years, all debit cards have had this chip. You can actually take a card right from your own wallet, as long as it has that security chip. You can scan it with your app and connect your own debit card to your phone application. So you'll see in here, this person is logging into the menu. The second from the bottom is how they're connecting their card to their app. They're being asked to scan the chip. Now this just takes a moment. Now this is a 6-digit password that you create for yourself. So this is simply a security measure. And then you'll notice what this person is going to do is actually log out. Bottom, there you go, that's log out. And they're going to attempt to log back into their application without using the password, but by scanning the card. And this will verify whether it worked or not. And there you go. I already know the end of this movie. So it actually worked. They were able to log in with no problem at all without actually having to enter a password. And so this is how you'll be able to connect your own card to your application. Why is this important? Well, if they've already grown by 300,000 paid accounts in the first 30 days, what's going to happen in 3 years? So logistically getting debit cards to 2 or 3 or 4 million people, well, this is a circumstance now where ordering a debit card is an option to you, but you don't have to pick it. And logistically, that's obviously going to help the company be far more effective in getting everyone integrated and ultimately what they want, which is entire global network. All right, I want to talk to you about the 4th gen blockchain tech, but I want you to listen to this video first.
Hello everyone, this is Anthony. I'll be doing the demonstration on how Aura blockchain technology works. I have 4 mobile phones here. They have downloaded the Aura application. Let's say I'll choose this guy to be the merchant. And they'll be selling tea, right? And $888 expensive tea. Wow. And this is the customer buying the tea. You can see when I scan the QR code, it's waiting for transaction confirmation. So when I press OK, what you will see is that the merchant and the customer will do the transaction with a witness in the network witnessing the transaction. I press OK, and you can see the transaction and the witnessing happens. From here, you can see that the transaction is already written onto the blockchain. And the witness have a witnessing fee, right? That is to 999, which is this guy here. So if you go to the fee, you can see that we currently set at 1%, so he received $8.88. You can see it's also written on the blockchain, right? So now, what we're going to do here is we're going to run a simulation for 1,000 mobile devices, right? So the entire Aura blockchain technology is actually running on mobile phones. There's no servers, there's no miners, and yep, 1,000 connected devices. And you can see from here, we are transacting at 26,974 transactions per second. All the transactions are written on the blockchain, the fees, the transaction itself, right? So the more users on Aura, the faster and more transactions we can process. So this is perhaps the fastest blockchain for transactions ever. Well, that's all for today. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, so when we talk about 4th generation blockchain, really what we're talking about are networks of mobile phones. Why? Well, we know up until now we've been dealing with the Ethereum blockchain, for example, the Bitcoin blockchain, and many other companies are building their own. But with a server-based system and then miners having to confirm transactions, A, it's slow, and B, it's expensive. And so anytime that we're going to progress, ultimately being able to use cryptocurrency to pay for a pack of gum in our local corner store, it can't be slow and it can't be expensive. If we're ever going to replace some older technology, i.e. Visa and MasterCard, it's going to have to at least match their processing speed. Of course, the Visa MasterCard global network processes at about 27,000 transactions per second. Now, if you take a look at the purple box on the top there, the final number was 30387. And that's on a limited test of only 1,000 mobile devices. It was actually said the more mobile devices there are, the faster the transactions are actually happening. So this, for me, is incredibly exciting. And this is certainly where I see the future of the blockchain going, at least one of those places for us, for convenience and for the benefit of all of us, especially get involved in an early stage and start acquiring CTO at a very low price. Now, the other thing that's key, there are many important, I listen, this company has not cornered the market on this. There are many, many companies that are working on this technology right now. For example, Hyundai, the car manufacturer in Korea, they launched a coin called the HDAC in 2017. I know because I bought a lot of them, and they're proposing exactly the same type of technology, and they're integrating it with face recognition and some other security things that they're developing. But the route that they took was a little different. They actually launched an ICO, and that ICO raised about $300 million. And of course, what they're going to have to do when their technology is ready for global release is, as you can imagine, they're going to need to make the world a bit aware of it. So they're going to spend tens of millions, perhaps even hundreds of millions of dollars promoting their tech to try to get adoption on a global scale for it to really have any worth. Whereas what Cloud Token is doing instead is they've actually brought AIs in to give us an incentive to share with others. And through this process, they're building a network into hundreds of thousands already, and then ultimately into millions of end users by the time they're ready to roll this out, beginning in the fall and then 2020. So it's simply two different approaches to solving the same problem. But I really like this approach. I love the idea of being able to share this technology with friends and also being able to allow them to benefit while we're waiting for integration. So to wrap up very quickly, I want to talk about risk management because, of course, this isn't my company. We don't have a crystal ball. There's been tons of technology over the last 100 years that hasn't gone the way it's been planned. And so I want to talk a little bit about managing risk. First of all, you all know that you receive your own internal wallet that holds CTO when you join. And in that wallet, when your AI is trading for you, you remember your reward is receiving cloud tokens. Those cloud tokens are going to accumulate. Now, if you want them to accumulate as fast as possible, I would suggest that you work with me and we help you do a 5x5 build. Of course, once you've accomplished that, that's going to continue on, long after you are involved in the process. So your CTO will continue to accumulate. But what that's going to do is it's going to actually earn you a good amount of CTO while the price is low, which is really when you want to be earning it. So that you have more by the time we start launching all the opportunities for you to spend it. Now, the second thing I'd like you to do though, and this is part of the risk management, is take a certain amount of that CTO that equals the amount of cryptocurrency you put into the AI. Don't withdraw the crypto in the AI, keep it working for you, but withdraw an equal amount of CTO, convert that to Ethereum, and put it right back into your external wallet, whatever or wherever that happens to be.
Thank you. Thank you. We are complete with that. Can you guys, was that an awesome presentation or what? You guys can unmute yourselves.
Yeah, that was amazing. That was amazing. And every time I hear this presentation, it just gets me more excited about what we have going on with CTO, with Cloud Token, or should I say Cloud 2.0, because this is a lot more than just a token or a smart wallet. This is something that, has really never been seen before. And it's fourth generation blockchain technology that we're dealing with. And me being a cryptocurrency trader for over 3 years now, being able to read the charts and see where the technology of everything is going. I mean, everything is going towards artificial intelligence, and even the hedge funds are using algo bots and they're using market makers and things like that. So if you're a person that's trying to trade manually right now, you will definitely get wrecked. So you definitely want to have yourself set up with the AI software like what we have in this system that we're leveraging, and start becoming your own bank and start accumulating some of those assets.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Our target is 100 million customers with SIM cards and wallets. This is huge right here. And 1.5 million shareholders. So right now, most of us are already shareholders of Cloud 2.0. And so that's why we're sharing in the profits every day. We're going to have 20 million merchants in our ecosystem in the next between 1 and 3 years. We already have 14 million merchants already on board. This thing is getting ready to be crazy, guys. Crazy. You know, our plan is to be bigger than PayPal and WeChat. And I think we're on a great pace right now. Now we have over 900,000 members that's downloaded the wallet right now. This is amazing. So I appreciate you guys coming onto the call. I want to open up the lines. If anybody have any questions, want to know how to get started, open up. If not, we're going to go ahead and end this meeting.
What is 5x5?
What is 5x5?
Mm-hmm.
Where you could refer 5 people and basically have them put in Jarvis, you know, the recommended amounts, like $500 is the minimum amounts. That basically 5 times your income right there. Make sense?
Yes.
Good question. Good questions. Anybody else?
I see we have Steve on the line. Can you hear us, Steve? Wanted to see if you have any questions because I know that we've been speaking for a while, and it's great to have you here. You're from the Bay Area, where we're from. So if you can hear us, let us know if you have any questions.
Oh, Steve's in the Bay Area.
Yeah, he's actually up in Gilroy, so he's like right down the street from us. So it'll be great to have him on board with the AI Global Legend.
Absolutely. Welcome to the call, Steve. You can unmute yourself if you hear us. How about that? You're unmuted.
Absolutely.
Hey, this EJ right here. I just want to appreciate everything that you guys are doing, man. Much love.
Hey, EJ. Thank you.
What's up? What's up?
What's going on, man? You
Not
out
much,
there putting in that work, man. I appreciate you too.
Oh man, hey, motivation, guys. Everybody's motivation.
We got a core group here. We just trying to, tighten up the team. Really see who we're working with, who's the go-getters, who's going to be the leaders, who's going to step up, and who's going to show up. And those are the guys we want to lock arms with and help, build that momentum with. So I appreciate everyone who showed up here. I definitely appreciate everyone. Let's really rock this thing, because we're the pioneers of this massive blockchain movement right now. We are the pioneers right now. And I can just see, in the next 2 to 3 years, where we're going to be sitting at when everybody is just now getting on board, just now learning how to download a wallet, just now getting some passive income. And we've been getting this passive income. Everybody right now, they want to know, how are we doing it? This is not rocket science. This is easy. If you can go to the Google Play Store, if you can go to your Apple Store and download a wallet, if you can go to Cash App and convert your cash into Bitcoin, you could do this business. That's how simple it is. You can convert your cash to Bitcoin, load it to a wallet, and in the next 24 to 48 hours, start seeing returns. It's like you can go to your Wells Fargo bank, dump some money in there, and you're not going to get any return on your money at the end of the
Hey, Jamel, this is EJ. Hey, listen, quick question. Now, just because I just got in late, but I know most of the information. But to the average person that doesn't know anything about Bitcoin or 2.0, just because I know this chat is about to wrap up pretty soon. But just in a nutshell, what do they need to know?
What did who need to know? The new
as far as just the average person that just the new people, or just a person that doesn't know anything about what's going on. If they was to see this presentation.
If they was to see this presentation at the beginning, then they'll know what's going on, because we got a full presentation going on here. So they'll know that, hey, you can go download this crypto wallet, you can load Bitcoin in here, and you can get paid daily between 6 and 12% every single day on your crypto balance. And you can withdraw that into Ethereum, USDT now, and take it straight to your bank account and pay your bills with it. That's what they need to know. They need to know that they could extract Bitcoin into fiat dollars and pay your bills, pay your light bill, pay your mortgage payment. That's what people want to know. They want to be able to pay their bills and let the leveraging of their dollars, their hard-earned dollars, work for them. Look at every single dollar that you put into Jarvis as a worker for you, going out to work for you to bring in more dollars. And that's what we doing here. You become the bank. You get control of your destiny right here.
Awesome. I appreciate it, man.
Just like you doing right now, right?
You know it.
You see the benefits right now.
Look here. It took a while, but look, I had to drink the water, man. So you know.
Right? I know that's right. Who else on here right now is benefiting from what we got going with this amazing platform? I want to hear from you.
Yeah, so just to tell my story a little bit about how I've been benefiting from being in Cloud 2.0. I think I got started back in May, and I got started in late May. I wanted to make sure that the system was working great before I went out there and promoted to other people and things like that. So I kind of just, learned the ropes of how the system was working and everything like that. Once I seen how great of a platform was, I saw how transparent it was. All of the trading was real. Found out who the guys were behind this company, like Ronald I, who is, one of the founders of the BitBeta 4th generation blockchain technology. I just started, going hard and introducing this platform to every single person that, was in my reach, So
right.
Just in a short amount of time, I've been promoting this on a 90-day blitz for just a little bit, under 3 months now. I'm almost approaching my third month, and I was able to really make some life-changing income and help a lot of people to create passive residual income without having to talk to anybody. And it's been life-changing for me, and it's definitely helped a lot of other people along the process. So I'm just excited about everybody else who wants to lock arms with us with the AI Global Legends, and who's serious and who wants to take massive action and go on a 90-day blitz, because what I would tell you is that 90 days of massive action will really change your whole entire life. And we want to see everybody at the level where you can reach that C1 and you can make approximately about 20K per month at that level. So that's where we want to see you guys at. We've already done that, and we just want to help you guys to duplicate the process and to be able to do the same thing.
All right. Awesome. Antonio, he says, I'm definitely locking arms and running. I appreciate that, Antonio. We ready to rock with you, man. Lock arms with you. So all of those that submitted their forms for the 90-day blitz, that's in corporate right now. They will be reaching back out to you guys individually, setting up some free coaching and guiding you guys on to the next step. So you will get a free coach to help you guys, put together the path to the 90-day blitz. So different things that you have to do in order to get the results. So just stay tuned for that. And man, I really appreciate you guys showing up. Anybody else got any other questions? You want to add to anything that I mentioned? If not, this is a wrap.
It shows one participant.
Hello, Steve. Okay, guys, it don't look like anybody else have any questions. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording and end the meeting. I appreciate you guys coming up. AI Global Legends to the top. The bottom is too crowded. Peace and blessings.